What is moment of inertia? Moment of inertia we will explain with taking the pendulum. Here is the figure of pendulum, and the bob weight is here is 2 kg, and the bob is hanging with a thread. The thread length is the 1 meter. Okay, so what is the state of pendulum? I am asking you, the question is, what is the state of pendulum? It is the state of pendulum is a rest. So we are assuming the state of pendulum is a rest, and I want to move the bob with anti-clockwise 30 degree, as is shown in figure 30 degree. So to move the bob from 0 degree to 30 degree, we required a force. Okay, the force, how much force is required, it is depending upon again the mass. If the bob mass is more, we require more force to lift to the 30 degree. If the bob mass is less, then we require the less force to move the bob to the 30 degree. Okay, so the force, what we are talking about, the force how much required, it's dependent on the mass. Okay, the force is nothing but the moment of inertia. Okay, the moment of inertia. So here the moment of inertia is depending upon the mass. If the mass is more, then we require more force. More force is nothing but more moment of inertia, high. Okay, moment of inertia is increasing as mass increases. So here the mass only parameter which is not affecting the moment of inertia. The moment of inertia is also affected by the another parameter, which is nothing but the thread length, that is 1 meter. If I goes on increasing the thread length, then the moment of inertia is also goes on increasing. Okay, the moment of inertia is only applicable where the any body is moving with respect to the axis. Okay, then it is only applicable. Okay, angular acceleration where angular motion is there, na, there is applicable moment of inertia. So we will see the what is the moment of inertia definition. Now I have cleared the concept of the moment of inertia. The concept of moment of inertia is nothing but the product of mass and at distance which the mass is moving with respect to the axis. Okay, so we will define the moment of inertia. See, sum of the product of mass of each particle with the square of its distance from the axis of rotation. Okay, it's the definition of the moment of inertia. It is the moment of inertia. The second moment of inertia is second moment of area is nothing but the moment of inertia. See, the formula for the moment of inertia is expressed by the m, where m is the mass of the bob and r is the radius at which bob is moving, the square. Okay, here I will again explain what is the difference between the key difference between the inertia and moment of inertia. Okay, the inertia is the property or a tendency of object which resists the change. Okay, how I already explained, if a heavier object is there, it's in a state of rest. Okay, it's also want to be it's also want to be in a rest state only. So it's not automatically moving to one place to the another place. So it's require, if I want to change the state of stone, a heavy object, then external force is required to state that one. Without external agency we cannot change the state of the stone or any object. Okay, heavy object. So here moment of inertia, sorry, here what the inertia, if having the body more inertia, it's resist more. If a body is having less inertia, it's resist less. We can, okay, if more inertia means we require more force to change the place of that stone, heavy object, from one place to the another. If less less weighted or less inertia object, we will require the less force to change the position. Okay, so here I have taken the example of bus. So you have to imagine you are in a bus, and bus initial stay when the bus is stopped and you have sitting in a bus, and both bus and your position is a rest position. Bus also in a rest position, and you are also in a rest in a seat. Okay, so when the bus is started and it's starting to move forward, then initially you will feel some jerk because the lower part of your body is moving along with the bus, but upper part is feeling the rest, so your upper part is pulled out, so you will feel jerk. That is nothing but the inertia. And meanwhile you will experience when the bus is stopped. When the bus is stopped, your lower part of body is in a rest state along with the bus when it stopped, and the upper part is still it is moving forward. So when the bus is stopped, we will feel the forward jerk. Okay, this is nothing but the inertia. See here the key difference. What is the inertia? Can be described as a property or tendency of an object that resists any change to its state of motion. The moment of inertia. Here the we are say key difference between the moment of inertia and inertia. Moment of inertia is the measurement of the object resistance to the change its rotation. Moment of inertia is the measurement of an object resistance to change its rotation. I already have said that the moment of inertia is only applicable to the rotational motion. So when I think you have clarified yourself, that is the difference between the inertia and moment of inertia. Next we will see what is radius of gyration. The radius of gyration is denoted by the k. As you seen in a formula, k is the radius of gyration, and it says that the root of I divided by m. I where is the moment of inertia again, and divided by mass is nothing but the distance. Sorry, not distance. Mass is nothing but the mass of the bob, anything, the object which is. Okay, see radius of gyration or gyration of a body about axis of a rotation is defined as the radial distance to a point which would have the moment of inertia the same as the body actual distribution of mass if the total mass of the body were concentrated there. See, the definition meaning is that if we have the irregular shape of body and you are going to measure the radius of gyration, okay, about that body with respect to the axis, then how you are going to calculate? To get the radius of gyration, the irregular shaped body, you have to calculate the centroid of that irregular shaped body. Then centroidal, when you find the centroidal, the from center of that body to the axis, what is the distance? That is nothing but the radius of gyration. The definition says that only. It is the distance. It is the distance of a body. It is the distance of the centroid of the body to the axis is the radius of gyration. I think you have clarified. I have cleared the point, okay, up to now. Now we will see some of the shapes, that is the plane shapes are there. That is the rectangle is there, triangle is there, circle is there. So then what is the moment of inertia of rectangle, and what is the moment of inertia of the triangle, and what is the moment of inertia of circle? We will going to see here. Here is the Ix is nothing but the moment of inertia about the axis x it denotes. If Iy means the moment of inertia about axis y axis. Okay, so here Ix is a we are taking the inner moment of inertia about x axis. So has see here what is the area of the rectangle? B into h. Okay, it's the area. This complete is the area. And what is the distance from the x-axis? You say this is the x-axis, which is one this one is the x-axis. We are taking about x-axis. Okay, what is the perpendicular distance? Is h by 2. The distance between this to this h by 2. Okay, that distance is h by 2 is the square. Okay, then what will happen, as it is b into h and h square by 4, right, again divided by the 3. hmm? So I will clear now this one. You can see here b, I'll write the b as it is, and h square become h cube divided by the 4, 4 multiplied by 3. Okay, what is the bh cube by 4 3 is a 12, bh cube by 12, b. So bh cube by 12 is the rectangular shape. If I going to find the moment of inertia, then this will be the formula for the moment of inertia for the rectangular shape. Okay, next we will see the triangular shape. Triangle area, how we will going to find, half base into height, right, base into height. This will be a area into at what distance, this distance is 2 by 3 of h, 1 by 3 by h. Okay, 1 by 3, this is the 1 by 3 h, right. Next what will be the 1 by 3 h cube square, this will become the h square by the 9. Okay, 9 into 2 18. Okay, b h cube divided by 18 divided by the 2, 2 18s are 36, so 2 h cube by 18. So we will have the Ixx is equal to bh cube divided by 18 into 3, what, 2 is a 36. This is for the triangular moment of inertia for the triangle plane. Next, what is the circle area? Circle area is the pi r square, pi r raised to 4, sorry, pi r square. Okay, this is the area, and the distance at was the okay, this is the r square. Okay, and the divided by the 4. Okay, next see this is the 4, pi by 4, pi r raised to 4. Okay, this is the formula for the radius of gyration. How, see here, the r square become pi r raised to 4 divided by 4. So pi r raised to 4 divided by 4, in place of r I will put d by 2. Okay, d by 2 is nothing but r na, so I will keep the pi as it is, and where r is there na, d by 2 I will keep, and this is the square divided by the 4, and the d square it will become d raised to 4 na, d raised to 4, pi d raised to 4. Okay, 2 become either if I say 2 raised to 4, what, 2 raised to 4, 2 is 4 times, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, and 16 for the 64. So here 64 is the answer. So pi d raised to 4 by 64. Okay, I have cleared this point. Next, see, here are the sum of the planes. We are giving the formula for that. It is a hollow circular and it is having the moment of inertia about x-axis and y-axis because it is symmetric about the both axes. So the formula would be the same for that. Pi by 64, the inner circle is d4 minus di, outer circle minus inner inner circle. Okay, the semicircle is nothing but the half of that 64. What will be the semicircle? Pi by 4 is not pi by 2. Area is become pi by 2. Pi r square by 2. So here pi r raised to 4 divided by 8. I will show you how it will become. The area of half circle is pi by 2 into r square. Okay, pi r square by 2. This is become area and the distance at is r square divided by 4. Okay, r square become r raised to 4. Pi by r raised to 4 divided by the, and 2 4 is 8. Okay, I think you got the point. Pi r raised to 4 divided by 8. So next point is there, again same half circle and quarter circle. Okay, we will see the next topic is the parallel axis theorem. Here by figure you will see this is the irregular shaped body. Okay, and it is having the centroid G, and where the in centroid the we passing the axis, that is the x-axis. Okay, and the about what axis this irregular shape is rotating means about PQ axis the irregular shape is rotating. Already as I said, what is the radius of gyration? Radius of gyration is nothing but the distance between the axis, this is one the axis, and the centroid of the irregular shape body or regular shape body, that is nothing but the k. Okay, so here you figure, you have to understand the figure, and the distance between the axis and the centroid of the axis, centroidal axis of the object, that is nothing but the h, Okay, see, we will see the statement what it is stating. The moment of inertia of a plane section about any axis, the moment of inertia of plane section is nothing but that is irregular shape plane section about any axis is nothing but this is PQ axis, about any axis. Okay, parallel to the centroidal axis, this PQ axis should be a parallel to the centroidal axis, is equal to the moment of inertia of section, this one, the section about the centroidal axis plus product of area of the section and the square of the distance between the two axes, that is h square. Okay, so we will I think I clarified the statement here. If you are not able to clarify it by me, then you can see the here is a formula, by this you can understood, okay, and you can understand. Okay, see what is the here is the parallel axis theorem. What it says means IPQ means the axis, the moment of inertia about axis PQ, nothing but this is. Okay, next IPQ is equal to the centroidal, means here centroid of the object, that is nothing but moment of inertia of centroid of the object, centroidal axis. Okay, G is nothing but central axis plus area of the irregular shape or regular shape, and the distance between the central axis and the axis at which the body is rotating, that's the square. Okay, this is nothing but the parallel axis theorem. I hope I clarified everything. If you are not clarified, then you can watch, you can refer, you can go through the many videos, many books, then you will clarify yourself. Okay, Nowadays, the more material is available to clarify any doubts. You didn't require any teachers to learn. Okay. See, next Ig is equal to Ixx. Next, see here. Here one figure is given. It is a continuation of that only. Consider a rectangular section of width B. Of width B. Okay, this is the B. Of B, the position XX. Where is the position XX? This is the position XX. YY is the centroidal. This one is the centroid. And PQAB are the axis. Okay, about which the body, this rectangle plane is rotating. AB, about the axis AB, the plane is rotating. About PQ also, the plane is rotating. You should have to understand this one. The moment of inertia only applicable to the rotating object only. So it is the object, the plane is rotating about the AB or PQ. So the moment of inertia of rectangle about the axis PQ. If I take the moment about the PQ, the rectangular plane is rotating about PQ, then what would be the moment of inertia? So the moment of inertia, if increases, means what the factor is affecting means also the area of the plane and the height of the centroidal plane. Okay, the height of the plane is also how much far away from that axis, it is also affecting. So here PQ is the PQ is equal to IG, means nothing but the rectangular centroidal of rectangle plane plus area of that rectangular plane into the at what distance the object is rotating from the axis, that is PQ, that is nothing but h square. Okay, now you have before you have seen the sum of the formulas about moment of inertia of many shapes. In that also you have seen the rectangular shapes moment of inertia. You remember that formula BD cube by 12 you have to put here, and as it is you have to write area is nothing but rectangle shape area. We have to calculate, we will calculate through multiplying breadth and width. Okay, here B and D, and again the h square as it is. Okay, now we will find the moment of inertia about AB, that is IAB equal to IG, same as it is you have to follow. Okay, this is the important one, many times it is asked in the questions, sorry, main exam. Next, this is also so important for exam point of view. Perpendicular axis theorem, where you will find object is three axis, x axis, y axis, z axis. If the sum of the moment of inertia about x axis and y axis is equal to the z axis, okay, where the z axis is called by the polar moment of inertia. So we will see the definition now. It states that if Ixx and Iyy are the moment of inertia of the plane section about the two mutual perpendicular axes meeting at O, then the moment of inertia about z axis and Izz about the third axis zz perpendicular to the plane and passing through the intersection of xx and yy given by the equation. Here the equation is given, that is the moment of inertia of Ixx, sum of the moment of inertia about the Ixx and Iyy is equal to the polar moment of inertia, that is Ip. Okay, what is polar moment of inertia? Therefore the theorem is also called the polar axis theorem. The polar axis theorem is nothing but perpendicular axis theorem only. The moment of inertia Izz about the axis Izz is called the polar moment of inertia. It is denoted by the Ip. Okay, see, as you this question is asked many times. As your wish, you have to follow this one. Okay, see here polar moment of inertia again same. Now only I defined that only. The moment of inertia of a plane area about an axis perpendicular to the plane of the figure is called the polar moment of inertia with respect to the point where the axis intersect the plane. Okay. Next, see here the sum of the formulas. We will go through some of the problems. Before that we will see some of the formula. Okay, here the rectangular we are solving the problem based on only rectangular plane. Okay, this formula is only applicable to the rectangular plane. For rectangular plane, moment of inertia bd cube by 12, and about the y-axis db cube by 12, and area is b into d. Just I already explained this all formula. Okay, now we will directly go to the problem. What the problem is stating here is, find the moment of inertia of the square of the side a about its outer edge. Okay, see what they are asking. They are asking to find the moment of inertia of square side about a only, this only. Okay, this only means the what is the height about x axis. This is nothing but the height. This height will be, what is the height of that? BC by 2. Okay, the side the length of the sides is a, then a by 2 will be the answer, the height at a by 2. Okay, see, next we know the formula of the moment of inertia for rectangular axis, that is ix is equal to b d cube by 12. Okay, where uh, b is the, what is the b here? A is nothing but our b. Okay, I will put in place of b, I will put a, ixx